Hello, everyone. Welcome to Cherry the Geek TV. I'm Joe Vanourney. Orphan Black Echoes, the sequel spin-off series of the original Orphan Black, is now airing Sunday nights on AMC and streaming on AMC Plus. And today we are joined by the co-creator of the original Orphan Black. He's also the executive producer of Orphan Black Echoes and even directed a few of the episodes this season. John Fawcett, welcome to Cherry the Geek TV.
Great to be here.
First, I want you to pitch Orphan Black to a newcomer that's never heard of the original Orphan Black, hasn't seen an episode. How would you pitch Orphan Black Echoes to them? Do they have to have seen the original series to jump in on this new series? And then I want you to pitch it to the fans of the original Orphan Black. How would you pitch it to them? Why should they jump in and join in on all this fun?
So you want me to pitch the new show or the old show?
Pitch the new show to people who have never seen the old show.
Okay. Well, the new show is so Orphan Black Echoes is set in the future, and it's a kind of a story of science and identity, and it's we are the main character is a woman named Lucy who realizes that she is not been born of normal. She hasn't been born normally. She's been 40 biologically printed in a printer, and she's been created. And that is where this show sets off. And there's a mystery behind, obviously, who created her and why she was created. And there is a potential to discover that there may be more of her. There may be more printouts out there in the world, and she doesn't know who she's a copy of. And so that is a big part of the mystery of season one. And as we follow Lucy as she tries to discover who she is. How's
Uh,
that? Is that okay?
Very
That's
good.
all right to me.
And people don't need to have seen the original
No,
Orphan.
so that's another important aspect of this, and for us creating this show is that this show kind of needed to stand on its own 2 feet, be its own thing, have its own visual signature, its own kind of identity, yet share some characters and some history with the original show. So it's not necessary to see the original show. I mean, does it make it more fun? Kind of. Like there's lots of Easter eggs and there's lots of threads, but it's certainly not going to change whether you can make sense of this new show or not.
So I'm curious. Over the years, the original Orphan Black was extremely popular, right? Lasted 5 seasons. Uh, how many times since that original series ended have you guys pitched ideas or concepts uh, for a spin-off or a sequel series before this Orphan Black Echoes from Anna Fishko was the one where you said, "Oh, this is the one."
Well, I think there was, as we were ending that show, there was always this like desire to keep going and like, what is the next thing? How do we expand this universe? I mean, Graham and I really wanted to come back 10 years later and see all the clones together and revisit them like a kind of a reunion, which maybe we still will do someday. There was always talk about a spinoff and what characters, if there were to be a spinoff, what would that look like? And it took some time to kind of land on the right concept because obviously we don't want to remake the original show because the original show is special. Like it's not, you can't really copy it. You got to come up with something that like sort of lives in the same universe, but it is its own separate thing. And so it took a while to kind of crack that one. And, fortunately, Anna Fishko had this great idea of using Kara Manning, setting it in the future and using a technology that doesn't exist right now. And so that's the exciting part of Echoes, I think.
The original Orphan Black starred Tatiana Maslany playing all the different clones. She's amazing. You playing all these different versions of and she's even not well, even won the Emmy Award for Best Actress. So when you're casting the lead in a new version, That's tough shoes to fill. Krysten Ritter stars as Lucy. What qualities does Krysten Ritter have that made you say, yes, here's our Lucy?
Well, I mean, just Lucy's story in season one, and certainly in the at the beginning of the show, is she doesn't know who she is. I mean, she's kind of she has to be told. She doesn't have a history. She's been printed, and there is this kind of like the character in the writing and the character Anna created of Lucy. There is this kind of like edgy rock and roll kind of give no fucks attitude that like I think Krysten Ritter was really amazing at. And I'd been a big fan of Kristen from Breaking Bad and Jessica Jones and various other things I'd seen her in. And really felt like she would fit this perfectly. And we're just, she's a really unique performer. And we're just kind of lucky that she wanted to come for the ride.
Well, I've seen all 10 episodes. For the people watching this, stick with it. There's lots of twists and turns and surprises coming up. Season 5 or episode 5 in particular is a big highlight for me. Show's called Orphan Black Echoes. Airs Sunday nights on AMC with episodes streaming on AMC Plus. John, thanks so much for chatting with us today on Cherry the Geek TV.
Thanks, Joe.
We have to figure out who we are. Hi. My name is Lucy. I like SpaghettiOs, long walks on the beach, and I have an almost pathological desire to avoid talking about the past.
Today, we are changing the world.
I need to talk to you about our project. I think she's in danger.
Sometimes we have to make sacrifices for the greater good.
I think I may have done something terrible. The people that are looking for me are dangerous. I have to figure out who I am. Sorry, do we know each other?
Don't think so.
I think she's me.
This isn't gonna end well.
I'm in danger, and I think you might be too.
This is part of something bigger than you can possibly understand.
I'm going to get some answers. You gonna help me or what?